Hi everyone, today I'm gonna help you create a very simple website design using Canva. So this is perfect for architects and designers or actually anyone who are building their own website right now and they don't want to use or they don't know how to use Figma or other mockup builders out there. So what you need to have is number one, a Canva account. So it doesn't necessarily need to be a premium account as long as you're not using premium elements in your design. Number two, you need to gather your assets. So you at this point you need to have your logo, your branding kit, including the font size, the font sizes, the colors, and you need to have your photos ready. So at this point of the process, you already have your web copy, so or what we call a web content, and then you have to have like the layout of your website or wireframe. So what you need to do now is really create a mock-up or the lifelike version of your website. So you need to have your copy, your wireframe, your layout, and then at this point you're doing the mock-up for your website. Okay, so the first step of the process is to log into your Canva account. And if you don't have one, you can sign up with Canva. I'll put the link below where you can create your account. Then step 2, you need to search website in the search function. Okay, so for today, we will be using a blank website canvas. You can definitely use free and premium templates and depending on your account. But today we are going to use a blank canvas. And I will use the copy or the content that I have ready right here as a reference. So this one is actually a very convenient copy because there's also already some kind of layout and the sizes of the font. So it's convenient because the client is that I have for this website is a copywriter, so she made it easy for me to do the design. So for this first section, we call this hero section, I will start with uploading the background photos. You can definitely start with the logo, but I prefer the background because the font placing is affected by the picture. So I'll go to uploads, and then if you're uploading the media, then you can go here to device and then the Real Studio. So it's really convenient for you if you already have a drive or folders for your assets, for your photos, so you don't need to go everywhere basically. Okay, so now the image is placed and I can start with the logo. So you can upload it, and again, if you already have it inside your Canva account, then you just need to find it. For example, this one, I already have it somewhere. Okay, this one. Alright, so as you can see, it's a very bright and you can't really see the logo. So what you can do is you can actually edit the transparency of the website of this image. So since it's super bright, then just change it to black. probably use a different back, but it's 17 is 17. So I'll just, because I'm trying to recreate this design, so it's now 17. Oh wait, I think it didn't really stick. Okay. Okay, now it's 17. And then I just need to put this here. So actually, I didn't really like the, what do you call that? I didn't like that the drafting plus rendering landscaping logo that the client gave me did, I can't see the font anyway, so the text anyway. So I think it would be better if I just deleted it. So the client gave a heads up, so that's okay. And then I can start with the text, of course. So definitely this is gonna be a drop down, but for now, since it's just designed, then I'll just start with the text. And for this design, it's the font style is Open Sans condensed. Okay, so you need to have your branding kit ready. And I'm just copying this 17.1. So actually we didn't really put the home submenu here because in the real design. So right now I'm just gonna remove that. Anyway, it's up to you if you want to put home. If it's easier for navigation, then do that, definitely. So the important thing about website is they get the information that they need. Your potential clients will get the information they need, and your website is easy to navigate. So I've seen a lot of architect website. It feels like it's actually, you're going inside a very deep tunnel. So wait, sorry, it's a waste of time if I do that. So I can just Control D, which is duplicate, and then so I have portfolio about us, contact us, Control D. I need 4. And then, okay, here it is. Just make sure that it's aligned. I'm using this as reference. Okay, now that's aligned. So you don't need to make sure it's very perfect. This is your website anyway. It's just for reference. It's very important because um, it's more systematic for you, and you don't, if you're now building, then you don't need to get like a lot of people when they just go directly to building part. um, what happens is that they see something that's very nice, right? Very nice, and then they'll say, wait, I want that instead. And it's like, it's very it takes a lot of your time, and then you don't really, and you notice that you're not even finishing anything at all. So, and I'm pretty sure a lot of architects have those kind of clients wherein at first they tell you they want this, and if the situation get drags too long, then they will ask for more stuff that's not really part of the scope. And yeah, and that's when you start realizing, oh my god, this is a hell client. Open Sans. Okay, so the primary font is Open Sans 40. And it's kind of sad if you have those kind of clients, right? It's a stressful, and there are a lot of people who will still work for these clients, and that's all right if you can handle the stress. Preferably, it would be better if you actually attract clients. And one of the things about website is that it's like your retail store. It's your online presence, and if, for example, you have a prospect online and you keep on you're communicating with that prospect already, or you have a lot of prospects, you're doing lead gen, because I know some architects nowadays are also doing networking and going beyond their current network. So if you have if you're trying to introduce yourself, so a website is the fastest way for you to introduce yourself without the social media clutter. So you don't need to keep on sending them your portfolio via emails, going back and forth, and they will get to know you more through your website. So if you have, of course, a website that's easy to actually navigate. So what I do, I think it's better if I just have this, because it takes a lot of space. So of course, a little time. Okay. To do it. Okay, so it's almost closed. So the client actually wants to have 3 call to action. So this is actually very important for architects websites. So you have this, what you're offering, your value proposition, and who are you working with, and then you have to have your call to action, right? So usually you can have like book a call, or send like request a code for call to action. So for this case, the client wanted to use 3 call to actions because a website is part of their process. So what she wanted was, they're already talking to this client, they already told them what they're doing. So basically they want the fastest way for their clients to see their portfolio. So this 3 call to action lead to services and rendering and landscaping, so the client understand what kind of services that they provide. So okay, and then so how do you create the button, sorry. So it's just an element, and then you go to element and you search squares, or you just try to find it in here. Let me try to find it. not to go because it's been a while since I actually created this design, so I need to find it. Okay, so you need to create. Okay, so at this point you need to put the call to action, the button. So I'm gonna try to find it in the elements section, and you know, it's really hard to find elements sometimes. Actually use anything, and if you prefer you can just use squares, or yeah, you can use this one. Actually this is the so with Canva, what you need to do is you need to zoom in so you could further resize this one. And then the color of, I'm gonna use this. So if you have a specific color that you want, you can just use that, and it will take a while if I try to find the color. So what I will do is just copy paste this, and then because Canva will recognize the color, so I just did that as a hack. If you're too lazy to find it, so just do that. And then this is Roboto Contents. So I'm using two types of font. Duplicate. Oh no, this is Open Sans. Sorry. So let's just type in text. If you select type in text, then a text box will appear. So you can just type drafting. And then I can change it to Roboto Condense. Okay, and then the size, of course, 19. So I actually have to decide the size beforehand. Canva isn't really perfect, so unlike other mock-up builders like Figma, then you definitely will have more lifelike version of the website, especially the spacing, whatnot. But with Canva, the important thing for this is just you have a reference when you're building the design. You're not going backwards and forward, and you just need to copy what you already created. Rendering and landscaping. So sorry, I'm not very OCD with the with the distances right now. I usually am. Right now I'm just doing that. With the real website, then that's where we will really make sure it's like, you know, symmetrical. So let's see. According to the requirement, this one is actually not a still photo, but more of a gallery. So I just use one pictures because Canva can't really do a slideshow for this right now. So I'll just use that at the very least. You have this one, and then what's next is it's more of just a text. So they just really want a very simple website. Okay. High quality deliverables. So that's basically 3, right? So let's have text box, so you can type in text. So, or to make it easy for you, just copy this one. Okay. Control V. Just change the font color. You can change the font color, and then because I don't want it to disappear. High quality deliverables. Okay, it's not, shouldn't be. Okay, so open sense. I'm not sure why this is. Okay, I need to Control A, so that will select everything, and then yeah, I'll just copy the size 28. Okay, and then okay, got it. Wait, I'm not. Okay, Control A. Okay, it wasn't registering. Then next, this is. Wait. Should be. About a condensed. Right. Okay, and then this is also your border condensed. Control C, Control V. Control A. Okay. How did I make it? Okay. Okay. Got it. Control C. Okay. And there's that, and so the client actually wants to create a small white space for this one, and Canva website, I think it's because it's a limited feature, you can't really resize each section. So what I can only do is do that, and then take note when I build it on the website. Then I know that it's a small space. it doesn't have this much of white space, basically. Okay. C, manage my parents, Control C. If you don't really want to, Control V, in text. So that's that. High skilled 17. Oh yeah. So what I like about Canva, which a lot of website, a lot of design softwares also do, is the guides really help you make things more efficient, right? So this one is more like, well, it's easier compared to when you're using XD and Figma. So if you don't want to use Figma, just use Canva if you're just you're doing it one time anyway. So, and then the last one is the footer. So okay, definitely. So this is footer for all pages. The logo will be here. Their taglines, I want to add that. Office hours, Monday, and all just basic information. So my idea was just to create a three column footer. So here's the logo, here's the tagline, and here are the informations, the social media icons, and then you have the navigation menu. So yes, I'll just make sure this is black, background is black, and then upload the so if you want a guide, you want to help you make it faster, then you can have this rulers and guides, and then just drag something from the ruler side, so you can actually, let me see that. Okay, see, this is in 432. So this really helped me make sure that it's aligned. Again, you don't need to be make it for perfect if it's just making it for yourself, right? So if it's a client, it's a different thing. But if you're just making it yourself, then you don't really need to stress yourself that much. Because the purpose of this exercise, of this process, for you to be able to have a reference, you can visualize what you're actually building, right? I'm sure you can relate to it. Providing professionals with our. So again, I'll just actually copy, because it's easier that way, right? I really like designing architects and interior designer website, because you guys have this profoundness that I really appreciate, and the main requirement is it's not really very technical heavy. So mostly it's design and copy heavy. That's the most important thing for a website. The copy and design should be good, right? Because your main goal usually is just for your clients to book that call, to have that quote, and for them to see what you're actually, your portfolio, your work. So these are important things that you should um, highlight on your website. But um, don't forget to make it easy for your website visitor to book a call for you. Like a lot of website, as I mentioned, they look like you're going inside a tunnel because there are hidden navigation buttons or that I didn't even know existed. So one time when I was actually visiting a an architect website, there was nothing there at all. The only thing that was there is an image. And I thought like, okay, it's just an image, like, and if I didn't accidentally click the image, I wouldn't have found out that the image is actually an entrance for you to see the whole thing, the portfolio, the about us, whatever. And I was like, okay, so if I was a normal visitor and I'm not really techie, and I'm not like techie, and then I just like visit your website and I see that there's only a photo there, like I'm definitely gonna like just go away. Like I wouldn't like waste my time, figuring out how to solve the puzzle. Info, the URL studio, and at the same time, make sure that you really add information inside your website. So even though you have a contact us page, some people will be comfortable or to email you directly because it might be that your email, your contact us form have predetermined questionnaires and it doesn't really fit what they need right now, so they might be messaging you for something else. And it yeah One tip though could help you from spammers or like robots. You can add a captcha setting in your form. So you have Kalumpit Bulacan. Yeah, I didn't really use a right now. I didn't use a what do you call that? I didn't use an icon for this because I just think that it looks good to not have the icons as the email, as the subheader. Kalupit Bulacan, Philippines 3003. So it's not very detailed. This is the information given by the client. Office hours. Okay. And also just a random thing that I thought. Like architects and design and interior designers, I know like you have a lot of ideas and you have a lot of things you want to add in your website or in your design when you're building a house or when you're building a commercial space. I know you have your own ideas, but I think it's also true that you can only be as good as your client, right? So if your client doesn't really provide you with, for example, like enough budget or enough input to realize, to put your ideas into action, then you can only do what you can only work with what you have. So I think that's a limitation that any designers, any creatives actually have. So even graphic designers, I heard that. I saw some people who like to location. Office hours. I saw this dude who was was criticizing a graphic design artist's work, and it was not a bad design, but he was just saying, okay, it could have been improved better. And then I think one of the designers kind of said that, yeah, the clients wanted yeah, we don't like that as well, but the clients wanted that, so we can't really do much. Of course, like, you could, if you already, if you're already, you have spent a lot of time in the industry, then you can probably have much, much control over what you create. But it's still, at the end of the day, you're not really building your own castle, right? You're building your client's castle, and they're gonna live, or they're gonna spend more time in that space than you. So long after the project is gone, so they will need to be in that space. So you are still creating a customer-centric design. And I know that a lot of architects, sorry, I'm blabbering while I'm doing that. I know a lot of architects feel that their designs are their baby, and I feel that too. Like, I feel I have a lot of care. I care a lot about the design that I create. And and sometimes it's even hard to separate from it, like, if you see your website and it's like, there's something wrong to it, it's either because there's a new update and, like, your OCD kicks in, like, oh, I want to improve that, but it's not, like, I can't really. Okay, the aerial navigation menu. So navigation menu is very important because if your visitor scrolls down, right, and you don't, for example, your header is not sticky, or you can't see the header, don't, like, it helps them go to a different page, basically. So yeah, just make it easier, as I mentioned, make it easier for your website visitors to navigate your website anywhere they go, because that's important in the experience. A website is also like, an experience for them. So it's like a glimpse of what's it like working with you. So like that. And it takes a lot of investment to create a space, right? But for you and the client, it takes a lot of investment. So if you can convince them with your website, with your copy, whatever you're saying there, then that's very valuable for you. Okay, so services, and then the idea here is this is gonna be a drop down, right? So how I created this is more of a technical aspect. I'm using Elementor Pro, so this is actually, designing is alright, but building it is a different matter. You need to understand as well how a website actually works. So, sorry, it's already there, but what you can search is arrow down. Search for arrow down, and then you just need to find it. So it's like this, it's here. So since it's black by default, then just flip that. And then, oh yeah, they wanted yellow. Canva is very easy to navigate, by the way. You don't know, services. Okay, there it is. Services. And then portfolio, control, duplicate, Control D. So you just need to, it's a very nice hack. For portfolio. And then, okay, about us, Control V. Okay, so let's see the distance, I think. Okay, so what's that? Okay. So that's how it looked like. And yeah, you're done. So this is the header, this hero section, and then this is just a information about the website. And then here's the footer. So that's the homepage design. And how it looks like live is, oh yeah, if you want to look at, see how it looks like as a website, so you just go to these three dots right here, click website, and then you can click scrolling, standard, whatever. I prefer scrolling, and then you will be redirected to how it will possibly look like as a website. So see, guarantee. And as I mentioned, Canva can't really resize its layout, so what I can do is I just really need to take note of that. So that's the main limitation of Canva. So where I'm going is actually the real website that I created. So this is it. As you can see, it looks so much better. Wait, oh yeah, should have the same. That's a design rule where it should be aligned, right? And so let's see, it should be aligned. So I need to actually, anyway, if you build it, this is how it looks like. This is a slideshow. So here's the one from Canva, and I made it as a sticky navigation, sticky header, sorry. And then here is the buttons, and yeah, the information and the footer. So that's it. Yeah, and just let me know below what else you need to know, and I'll see you in the next video.